Hey everybody, Chris here from The Busy Runner. Haven't done a ton of content lately, but I have been very busy running and doing other things. I've been really big on this idea that we can set a goal for ourselves, however big, and as long as it's quantifiable, as long as we can get our head around what the goal is and how to achieve it, we can pretty much do that. If you can dream it, you can do it sort of mentality. And so I want to set out to sort of to prove this out. In my own case, I got into triathlons kind of last summer, volunteered at one, then competed in one. I competed in an Olympic triathlon, which was a 1,500-meter swim. It was a 31-mile bike, which normally they're only 24, but 31-mile bike, and then a 10K run at the end. And it was very challenging. It was a very challenging course, but I felt very good about finishing it. Like when I was done, it was like, wow, I did that. And I think our mind is what stops us from what's the next thing, what's the next thing. And we get complacent a lot of times and just comfortable with whatever we're sort of capable of, whatever's easiest at that time. So I thought, okay, what's the next step up? And it's the 70.3 or the half Ironman. So this one's a similar swim. It's 1.2 miles, so just a little bit longer than the 1,500. The bike is a lot longer. Instead of 24, it's 56 miles on the bike. And then the run is 13.1, a half marathon rather than a 10K. So it's over double what the run is. My background is as a runner, so that doesn't worry me much, but the biking did, and the swimming I felt really shaky on, even though having done the one last summer. So I basically reverse engineered what would it look like for me to do really well in this thing. Well, I need to swim more. I need to ride my bike a whole bunch. I'm not a biker, never really. I rode my Huffy around town when I was a kid. That's about the extent of my biking career. So I made the investment in a decent bike, and I got an indoor trainer and started putting in some miles on it. And I feel like, I'm just about 5 days out from my race, and I'm feeling really good about it. I'm ready. So basically taking you through a timeline. Tonight I'm packing. Tomorrow I'm leaving for Galveston, Texas, where I'll compete in a half Ironman this coming Sunday. Friday I'm going to do a strategy meeting with my coach. I did hire a coach. He's a friend of mine, a college roommate actually, who went into triathlon and has had success as a professional and now is successful in coaching people to do it. And so I thought, having that relationship, he knows me, he knows kind of my skill set as a runner, and so I've got him retained as my coach, and on Friday we'll go through a race plan and strategy phone call, and I'll try to capture that one too, because I think it's a lot of this stuff is visualizing and believing that you can do it, and really just setting out to be practical about it. I mean, I am uncomfortable in a wetsuit, but I've been wearing my wetsuit to the pool. Even lap swimming, I'm using a wetsuit, which is uncomfortable and very hot, but now I'm used to getting in and out of my wetsuit. And I've gone on 4-hour bike rides on my trainer for 70 plus miles, so that 56 isn't going to be the end of my ability. So I'm excited, really excited for the race. Wanted to give you guys this sort of check-in. It has not come without adversity. I had a nagging Achilles injury, so that really hampered my running. But to spin that for positive, it gave me a lot of time to swim and bike, and I've made big strides in those areas where I was weaker. And if there's one area that I would lean on my own ability, it would be the running. So with that, I've also had a lot of back pain from being in the aero position a lot, on my bike. So I You know, I've had to do a lot of massages and things, working on different exercises to strengthen my back. I've just recently this week had some like upset stomach kind of stuff. I don't know what kind of brought that on, but there's always setbacks. There's always things that are going to be tough. Finding the time. I've just been tired, doing all this training basically at night after I put my kids to bed, because I run a business by day, run an insurance agency, and then go home, be dad, help kids, put them to bed, and then I go out and get my hour to 2.5 some days of training, and then weekend warrioring, some long rides and stuff around soccer games and everything else. So it's not an easy feat, but I think if we can mentally basically make the goal, determine, you know, one of my favorite quotes is weigh the cost of success and then pay it. We got to determine what it is we want to set out to do, and then get after doing that. And so I'm excited. There's 60 qualifying spots for Worlds at this triathlon coming up. I would love to be one of the world qualifiers. I don't know that that'll happen in my first ever, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I've kind of set my expectation. If I finish, that's good. That's an achievement. It means I lived. If I can go under 5 hours in my debut, I'll be pretty stoked about that. And then if I can go somewhere in the 4:30s, I bet that could be fast enough to qualify for Worlds. Like I said, usually 60 spots. They actually extended it. I think because there's been so few races, they've extended it to 100 spots. So there may be a few extra spots in my age group, the 35 to 39, in order to maybe snag one of those world spots. Anyway, wanted to give you that update. I'll come back with another video on Friday for the race planning strategy session. That should be good and insightful. But thanks for tuning in to The Busy Runner, and have a great day.